Caitlin Clark's birthday workout reveals everything about her mentality. Caitlin Clark's body transformation is raising eyebrows across the WNBA, and what happened on her birthday reveals the real reason why. Everyone's been asking the same question. Why does Caitlin look completely different this year? The answer was hiding in plain sight during her birthday workout, and when you see what her teammates noticed, everything makes sense. But here's what nobody's talking about. The Indiana Fever training facility, basketball hoops in the background, training equipment scattered everywhere, that quiet, focused energy of a place where real work happens. And there's Caitlin Clark, not at brunch, not sleeping in the gym before anyone else showed up, ball nearby, sweat already on her jersey, completely locked in like it's just another Tuesday. This is January 22nd, her 24th birthday, and she's already mid-workout. But before we get to what her teammates did that shocked everyone, you need to understand what happened last season that nobody saw coming. Look at this footage closely. There are 5 other people on the court with Caitlin, not just one rebounder passing her the ball. 5 people. That's not a birthday workout. That's a war room. These are defenders creating game speed scenarios, forcing her to work against actual resistance. And if you know what to look for, you can see the transformation that has rival teams worried. Remember last season? Caitlin bulked up significantly. Go back and look at photos from her rookie year. The difference is striking. Her arms got noticeably bigger. Upper body added serious mass. She legitimately had above-average size for any player, not just a guard. The intention made sense. The WNBA is physical. Players were running through her. Referees weren't calling fouls consistently, so she decided to get stronger. But that strategy backfired in ways nobody anticipated. The added muscle made her stronger, but it also reduced her mobility. She got slower, less agile. Her lateral movement suffered, and most critically, it messed with her shot. That smooth, effortless release that defined her game started looking different. The mechanics got compromised. The touch felt off. And eventually, her body broke down. The bulk that was supposed to protect her ended up contributing to injury instead. And this is where things get controversial, because what Caitlin did to her body wasn't just about basketball. It was about survival in a league that wasn't protecting its stars. Last season saw a concerning number of injuries across the WNBA. Star players getting hurt, physical play escalating, officiating inconsistent at best, dangerous at worst. The frustration reached a boiling point. Some people think the league office quietly pressured the Fever to change her training approach. Here's why that theory might actually be true. Caitlin Clark, as the face of the league, became the ultimate symbol of this problem. She bulked up to handle the physicality. Her game suffered. She got injured. And suddenly, the WNBA's biggest draw, the player bringing in viewership and revenue at unprecedented levels, was compromised. That's an existential threat. So the directive seems clear even if unstated publicly. Protect the assets. Change the approach. Stop forcing players to choose between their natural game and survival. Fast forward to the birthday workout footage, and the transformation is obvious. Caitlin has slimmed back down. This isn't a minor adjustment. This is a complete strategic reversal of last year's approach. The leaner physique is designed to restore what made her special in the first place. The quickness, the fluidity, the pure shooting mechanics that defenders can't stop even when they know it's coming. Compare these two images, January 2024 versus January 2025. The difference is striking. She's prioritizing finesse over brute strength, speed over power, and it signals a fundamental shift in philosophy. Now here's the part that has rival teams worried. The footage shows something in the background that most fans completely missed. Pause this right here. See that guy coordinating the workout? That's Rob Dozier. And if you don't know who that is, you need to pay attention. Dozier isn't just any trainer. He's an NBA veteran who's worked with elite players and even G League teams. He's replacing Keith Porter, and the upgrade in expertise is substantial. This is someone who understands what it takes to train at the highest level, who knows how to develop superstars, who brings a professional approach that matches Caitlin's ambition. But here's what truly separates elite trainers like Dozier from everyone else. It's not the drills themselves. A catch-and-shoot workout is fundamentally the same whether it's run by the biggest names or a local coach. The real value these trainers provide is who they can bring with them, the caliber of players they can assemble for live competitive training. That's the secret sauce nobody talks about. League sources say she's been working out against current Fever players and potentially practice squad members from the Pacers organization. If true, that changes everything, because last season, the footage we saw was almost always Caitlin and Keith Porter. Maybe some basic resistance, maybe Stephanie White shouting encouragement from the sideline, but nothing that truly simulated the pressure and speed of actual games. Now she's working with multiple defenders, running game-based situations, developing skills under conditions that mirror what she'll face once the season starts. And it's not just Dozier. Caitlin is now integrated with the entire Pacers organization. She has access to their strength and conditioning staff, their skill development coaches, their sports science team. This is an NBA-level support system being applied to a WNBA star. That's the commitment level required to maximize generational talent. Notice what's in the background of these workout clips. Professional-grade equipment, video analysis systems, the same technology NBA players use daily. This isn't just a gym anymore. It's a laboratory. The specific areas of focus matter too. Last year, Caitlin struggled significantly when driving and shooting to her right. She looked uncomfortable, hesitant, uncertain under defensive pressure. She attempted maybe 3 off-the-dribble three-pointers going to her right all season. 3! For someone who lives beyond the arc, that's a glaring weakness. Defenders absolutely exploited. And her left-hand finish at the rim? Practically non-existent. She rarely even attempted a left-handed layup in games. Critics pointed this out repeatedly, and the response was often defensive. Accusations of nitpicking, of being a hater, of overanalyzing workouts. But the statistics backed up the concern. These weren't minor deficiencies. They were fundamental gaps in an elite scorer's game. Critics said she'd never develop a left hand. Watch what happens when the season starts. Because with dedicated defenders in training and a comprehensive development approach, these specific weaknesses are finally being aggressively targeted. Fans should expect to see a much more complete offensive player this season. A Caitlin who can attack from both sides, who can finish with either hand, who's comfortable under pressure from any angle. Here are 3 specific plays to watch for in Game 1 that will prove whether this training worked. First, a right side drive with a left-hand finish through contact. Second, an off-the-dribble three-pointer going right instead of her comfort zone left. Third, a pick and roll where she attacks the big man's right shoulder instead of always spinning left. If you see all 3, this transformation is real. Remember that tooth-shaped cake? Here's why it matters more than you think. Caitlin was still in work mode, probably running through another rep. Then the singing started. Happy birthday to you. Her teammates surrounded her. Voices filling the gym. Staff members joined in. People who watch her grind every single day coming together for this one moment. Her face shifted from intense focus to genuine surprise. Eyes went wide. That unguarded smile broke through. She laughed. The kind of real spontaneous laugh that can't be manufactured. For just a second, she stood there, taking it all in, looking almost overwhelmed by the gesture. Then slowly, the atmosphere had shifted before the singing. Balloons appeared in fever colors. Pizza boxes got stacked on a table. And then the centerpiece emerged. A massive cookie cake that immediately caught everyone's attention, not just because of its size, but because of its shape. Someone had custom-made it to look like a tooth. At first glance, it might seem random, but anyone who follows Caitlin knows exactly what it represents. That signature smile, the grin that flashes after she drops a logo 3, the expression that breaks an opponent's spirit in crunch time. This wasn't just any cake. This was personal. This was teammates who know her well enough to turn an inside joke into a moment. And in that moment, fans watching the footage online saw something deeper than just a birthday celebration. They saw culture. They saw chemistry. They saw a team that genuinely cares about each other. She stepped toward the cookie cake, still shaking her head in disbelief. The candles flickered. She leaned in, made a wish, and blew them out. The gym erupted. Cheers, applause, whistles, laughter bouncing off walls that usually only echo with squeaking sneakers and bouncing basketballs. The comments came flooding in immediately. People talking about her work ethic, about how she never takes days off, about how even on her birthday she's in the gym putting in work. Others focused on how tight-knit this Fever squad feels, how it looks like Indianapolis is building something legitimate. Fans already counting down days until the season starts, saying moments like this make them even more hyped to watch this group compete. Because Caitlin feels like the heartbeat of it all. But here's what really stood out to people who understand basketball at a deeper level. This wasn't just a birthday party in a gym. This was Caitlin Clark working out on what should have been a day off. Work first. Gratitude always. Chemistry that can't be faked. At 24 years old, Caitlin Clark has already accomplished more than most players achieve in entire careers. But this birthday workout reveals she's not satisfied. She's not coasting on rookie success. She's rebuilding from the ground up, addressing every weakness, surrounding herself with elite coaching, and preparing for a sophomore season with impossibly high expectations. The balloons and cookie cake were sweet. The team chemistry was obvious. But the real story is what that birthday workout represents. A player who chooses work over celebration. An organization finally providing championship-level infrastructure, a league slowly learning to protect its most valuable asset, and a transformation that could redefine what's possible. When the season starts, all eyes will be on her left-hand finishes, her right side drives, her comfort under defensive pressure. The excuses are gone. The support system is in place. The physical conditioning is optimized. Now it's just about execution. The Fever's first opponent this season will be tested immediately. Game 1. Opening tip. Caitlin drives right. Defender overplays it. She crosses left, rises up. And we're about to find out if a birthday workout in January was the moment that changed everything. Caitlin Clark turned 24 in a gym surrounded by teammates, surprised with a tooth-shaped cookie cake. And honestly, it couldn't be more on brand. The transformation is complete. The team is locked in. And a season ahead that's looking brighter than anyone imagined. Drop a comment. Will Caitlin average 25-plus points this season, or are we overhyping the transformation? Don't miss it.